Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me today. As a psychologist specializing in marriage and family counseling, I often encounter couples whose love has inadvertently slipped into the shadow of other priorities. Today, we're going to explore the delicate balance between work commitments and family life through the lens of a real story, Emily and Thomas from Amsterdam. Their experience provides us profound insights into what can happen when career ambitions overshadow personal relationships, and what it truly takes to bring a marriage back from the brink. Part 1. The story of Emily and Thomas. Emily, 35 years old, is a talented freelance architect who cherishes the flexibility of her profession to manage family life. Her husband, Thomas, 38, is the ambitious CEO of a rapidly growing tech company. They have a beautiful 7-year-old daughter, Sophie, and on the surface, appear to have it all: successful careers, a picturesque home in Amsterdam, and a seemingly stable family life. Yet beneath this facade lies a deepening fracture that has quietly grown for almost a decade. Thomas, driven by an innate desire for professional success, repeatedly tells Emily that every hour he spends away from home, every contract signed, and every late-night meeting is solely for the benefit of their family. Yet, despite his assertions, Thomas has missed numerous family dinners, birthdays, and special milestones. Gradually, Emily's feelings of loneliness and neglect grew, her subtle warnings going unnoticed, brushed aside with repeated promises of future change. The phrase, "I'll spend more time with you after this project," became Thomas's habitual refrain. Everything came to a painful crescendo on their 10th wedding anniversary. Determined to salvage what little remained of their marital bond, Emily meticulously planned a romantic getaway to Venice, an effort symbolic of her final attempt at reconnecting. Arrangements were thoughtfully made. Sophie would spend a few days with her grandparents, allowing Emily and Thomas the chance to rediscover their love. Yet, tragically, on the day of their departure, Thomas abruptly cancelled their trip. He informed Emily via a brief, impersonal text message that he needed to finalize a significant business deal with American partners, one too critical to delay. "Sorry, Emily," his message coldly read. "I can't go with you this time. Something urgent at work came up." Feeling profoundly betrayed and emotionally shattered, Emily didn't travel to Venice alone. Instead, overwhelmed by sadness and humiliation, she checked into a nearby hotel, spending the evening in tears. When she returned home the next day, heartbroken and drained, she discovered that Sophie had crafted a handmade anniversary card for her parents. When the young girl learned of her father's absence and how deeply it hurt her mother, Sophie, in her childlike anguish, tore the card to pieces, crying, "Daddy only loves his job." That same evening, Emily confronted Thomas with the accumulated weight of her pain, exhaustion evident in every word. "Thomas," she began gently, yet firmly, "I'm tired of begging my own husband for attention and affection. Tonight marks the last time I ask you. I've already hired an attorney. I can't continue being your invisible wife." Stunned and defensive, Thomas replied dismissively, "Are you seriously ending our marriage because of one missed trip?" Emily's voice trembled with clarity as she responded, "No, Thomas, our connection was lost long before this trip. This was merely the final straw. I've tried and pleaded, but nothing changed." Reality finally hit Thomas when he saw the packed suitcase and official divorce papers placed decisively on the dining table. For the first time, Thomas truly felt the cold sting of potential loss, not of clients or contracts, but of his family. Following this dramatic confrontation, Emily moved out with Sophie, leaving Thomas alone in their large, now unbearably empty home. During sleepless nights and silent mornings, Thomas began to comprehend the hollow victory of his professional success. He had reached the top but found it meaningless without Emily and Sophie by his side. Part 2. practical solutions and transformative results. When Thomas first came to my office, he presented as a confident yet deeply troubled man who finally recognized how misaligned his priorities had become. Emily, equally hurt but hopeful, agreed to counseling sessions together. It was evident that beneath their hurt and disappointment remained an enduring, though damage, love. First, I guided Thomas to confront and understand why work had become so disproportionately significant to him. For many people, especially in high-powered roles, professional success often serves as a measure of personal worth. It becomes an addictive cycle. More success generates higher expectations, creating an insatiable hunger for achievement that overrides emotional connections. By reflecting honestly, Thomas discovered deep-seated anxieties about failing as a provider, rooted in his upbringing. Together, we worked through those fears, gradually reframing his view of success from purely financial to deeply emotional and relational. Emily, in turn, learned to articulate her needs without apology or hesitation. Years of feeling neglected had damaged her self-esteem and made her hesitant to assert herself. Counseling sessions provided her with a safe space to regain her voice and confidence. Clearly communicating her expectations and boundaries to Thomas, the couple's most significant breakthrough came with clear, achievable actions. Thomas committed to practical, tangible changes in his behavior. For instance, I recommended a structured and non-negotiable routine that prioritized family interactions. This began simply. Every evening from 6 to 8 became family-only time, no phone, no email, no exceptions. Thomas was initially hesitant but quickly recognized the immense emotional reward in these seemingly small gestures. Additionally, Thomas started a morning ritual of driving Sophie to school, a simple act that profoundly transformed their father-daughter bond. During these drives, they talked, laughed, and slowly rebuilt trust, demonstrating that love requires consistent, mindful effort. Moreover, weekends were consciously devoted to family experiences, not client negotiations or office paperwork. After several weeks, Thomas noticed dramatic shifts. His bond with Sophie flourished, and his communication with Emily grew warmer and more authentic. Emily observed his sincere attempts, which gradually softened her heart. Watching Thomas actively prioritize their relationship reinforced her sense of value and partnership. Encouraged by these tangible improvements, Emily decided to pause divorce proceedings, recognizing genuine progress and the mutual desire to heal their marriage. While recovery remained ongoing, their journey demonstrated that even profound wounds could be mended with sincerity, consistency, and commitment. Reflecting on their transformation, it's clear that Emily and Thomas rediscovered a fundamental truth. Successful relationships are cultivated through consistent actions and intentional decisions. Professional achievements are important, yet they are transient and empty without the emotional anchor provided by family and loved ones. To every listener today, let Emily and Thomas's story remind us of the critical importance of balancing our ambitions with our emotional commitments. Whether you're a CEO, a freelancer, or simply striving to build a better future, never lose sight of what truly matters: those we cherish, those we love, and the intimate connections that make life meaningful. Let Thomas's journey inspire you to evaluate your own priorities honestly. Let Emily's courage remind you that expressing your needs is not only your right but essential for authentic relationships. Let their daughter Sophie teach you that even young hearts deeply sense the value of presence, attention, and genuine love. In closing, if you find yourself in a situation similar to Emily and Thomas, I urge you to act now. Evaluate honestly, communicate openly, and commit to practical changes that reflect your values. It is never too late to recalibrate, never too late to heal, and never too late to love fully once again. If you found this video meaningful, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. If you're facing unresolved challenges in your own marriage, we invite you to share your story in the comments below. We read every message, and we hope our words of encouragement will give you the strength to keep going. Even on the hardest days, we're here with you, and we look forward to seeing you again in the next episode.